Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing great and keeping safe. My name is Avnika. I have been living here in Australia from the past 3.5 years. So I came here in 2018, then I completed my studies for 2 years, and at the moment I am working. So this was a very quick introduction about myself. Now why I thought of creating this channel is because now the borders have reopened and more international students are willing to come to Australia to pursue their studies. So I thought of creating this channel to basically make some informative content about life in Australia, about how to find accommodation, how to find part-time jobs, full-time jobs, so basic lifestyle in Australia. In addition to that, this channel is gonna be all about lifestyle, travel, fashion, basically my life and experiences in Australia as I'm currently located here. So like I just said, I've been living here from the past 3.5 years now. I think I have enough experience and enough knowledge to share with you guys and give you general guidance, so that you guys can make an informed decision before coming here. So as this is my first YouTube video, it's not gonna be a very long one. It's gonna be a very quick one, just to give you all a very quick introduction about myself, about my channel. Also, I'm gonna discuss about one of the most important topics in this video, which is basic expenses in Australia for an international student. So this is one of the most hot questions, I would say, that comes to our mind when we decide to move to a foreign land. So when we come to Australia for studies, we obviously have to pay our tuition fee, which is our university fee or our college fee. In addition to that, what are the basic expenses here in Australia and how much are they? I'm gonna discuss about that in this video. So let's get started. First expense is the accommodation. Now the living expense depends on where you are living, whether you are living in the city center or you are living in a suburban area. So every city in Australia has like a city center, which is the heart of the city, and then there are suburbs around the city. So if you choose to live in the city, then the cost of living is obviously more. However, if you choose to live in a suburban area, then it's not that expensive. Now when I came here, my university was actually in a suburban area, and which is why I chose to live in a suburb near my university, so it wasn't that high. So I would say also it depends on whether you want to share a room with someone or you want to live in a private room but in a shared accommodation. It is entirely your choice. If you want to share a room, then the cost of living would be around $400. However, if you want to have a private room but in a shared accommodation, like you can lease a house and you can share it with other flatmates, but you can have your own private room, then it would be around $700 to $800 per month. So it just depends. Also, talking about the utilities, it depends, because in some accommodations the utility bills are included in the rent. It's like a PG system where they would just give you a single room to rent in a shared accommodation. Like you will need to share the common spaces, for example the kitchen, the bathroom, the living area. However, you will have your own private room. So in that sort of accommodation, sometimes bills like electricity bill, gas, internet and water are included, and it's like around $900 or $1,000 per month. But if you are, for example, leasing a house with your friends, then these utility bills will not be included in the rent. You will need to have your own, either the real estate agent will get one for you, or you will need to get a provider for yourself for electricity, for gas, for internet, and depending on that, the utility bills will be extra. So if for example you are paying around $600 or $700 for a private room, the bills will be extra. And just to give you a rough estimate, bills are around, if you, for example, if you are leasing a house, the bills are around $60 to $100 per month for one person. So when you are in Australia, you can find these accommodations through some applications and websites which are Gumtree and Flatmates. You can easily find shared rooms or one room in a shared accommodation through these two applications. Also, if you want to lease a house with your friends, then realestate.com.au and domain.com.au are really popular websites. In addition to that, some people also choose to live in a student accommodation which is provided by university. So the university would have its own portal for students where they can basically book their student accommodation, or you can find a student accommodation through student.com, or like I said, a uni portal. Now, talking about the second most common expense when you are here in Australia is food or groceries. I would recommend all of you to learn cooking because it is also a life skill. So everyone should know it. And if you know how to cook, it won't be very expensive for you. Because if you do takeaways or if you eat out every day, it's gonna be very expensive for you. So learn to cook. So the range of expense for groceries per month is around $150 to $200. And you can there are many supermarkets here like Woolworths, Coles, IGA, Aldi, where you can easily get all of the groceries. Also, there are many Indian stores and Asian groceries where you can easily get all the things here. The third most common expense is the transport. Now, talking about the transport, it just depends on several factors like what is the frequency of your travel, how frequently you travel in a week, and of course the distance. I would say on an average, the transport cost is around $100 to $150. It's just the average. It can vary on person to person, so it is just an average. Also, when I was a student, I was in Melbourne, and Melbourne is known to have one of the best transport systems or public transport systems in the world, and it's really convenient. It's not that expensive. Also, if you want, you can buy a pass if you are every day traveling to a particular place, like for your job or for your studies. You can also get a pass which is not that expensive. If you know how to drive, you can buy a car, but keep in mind that there are some additional costs when you buy a car. For example, the insurance, the registration, etc. So, but that's okay. If you want to buy a car, you buy it. You can also use it for your work related purposes. Basic public transport that the major or metropolitan cities of Australia has are the train or the metro, the bus, the tram, and Sydney has ferries also. So guys, when I came here, my university was actually in a suburban area, and I leased a house with my friends near my university. It was just a 10 minutes walk from where I lived, which was very convenient, and this is how I also saved some expenses on travel. My work was a little far away from where I lived, but that was okay because it was for only 2 or 3 days in a week. Um, I when I came here, before coming here, I learned cooking, and which is why I always cook by myself. Shared a house with my friends. I had my own private room, but the house was a shared house. We also shared the utility bills. This is how I managed basically. Now, in addition to this, there are other costs as well, like the entertainment related expenses, the travel related expenses, but I have not discussed those costs in this video because they are not the basic ones, and it just depends on you how much you want to spend on entertainment or travel. I can make a different video on that topic too if you want, but yeah, I have not covered that in this video. So guys, this was it. Please let me know in the comment section below what sort of videos would you like to watch, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the comment section as well. I will try to answer all of them. Also, I'm open to any feedback if you guys have for me. If you like this video, let me know. If you don't like it, also let me know. This is my first YouTube video, so please don't judge. I'm still learning. If you have any sort of feedback for me, I'm happy and I'm very open for it. I hope you liked this video and were able to get some idea about the basic expenses here. If you did like it, please like, share and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.